Hey, I'm meteorologist Doug Myers with the latest look at your forecast. High temperatures yesterday, once again in the 80s and 90s. We just continue to stay in the low 90s in Topeka over the last couple of days, so we'll make it low 90s for today's forecast, so we'll look at that in just a second. We really missed out on most of the rain yesterday. There were a few spots that did get some rain yesterday, but as expected, it wasn't quite as much as what it was the other day, and we'll continue that trend for today, but still remaining a chance, especially for far northeastern portions of our viewing area. Highs around 90 degrees for much of the area, and with most spots in the low 90s, it is going to be one of our warmer days in general across all of northeast Kansas, as we do look to cool down slightly over these next couple of days, especially for the upcoming weekend, where we'll increase our chances for rain. Now, as far as the rest of the work week is concerned with our rain chance, you'll notice that at the very least we'll have some cloud cover, mainly impacting our eastern communities, but there's also a chance that we might get some spotty rain showers as well. This model keeps the majority of the rain in western Missouri, and so that'll be something to watch out for. Now, the Storm Prediction Center still does have a margin risk for extreme northeastern Kansas on any storms in this area this afternoon and early this evening, where some quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts are possible. Better chance further off to the east, though, but we'll keep an eye on how far west what we call a backdoor cold front that's going to be pushing from east to west. So normally cold fronts move from west to east, northwest to southeast. This is going to be moving from east to west. And so depending on where that front is, not only today but for the rest of the work week, is going to depend on where rain chances exist. This model wants to indicate that there might be a few showers and thunderstorms in Kansas, but again, the majority of it staying in Missouri as we head towards this afternoon, diminishing once the sun goes down, and then we'll keep an eye on maybe an opportunity for some late day showers redeveloping, and that could have an impact on some rain early Thursday morning. We'll watch that for morning activity. Now, this model wants to indicate showers and thunderstorms staying just off to our west and central Kansas Thursday afternoon. Obviously, that's going to happen if we get that cloud cover and rain Thursday morning. If we don't, there's a chance we might get some late day storms in our area. So when you see my 8-day here in a second, I just have isolated chance through the entire day. I don't necessarily say if it's going to be in the morning or afternoon. We'll have to see how it plays out tonight as far as rain is concerned, if we have some rain early tomorrow morning. Regardless, we'll keep an eye on Thursday night. Right now, we don't have anything for Thursday night, but then on Friday, we'll have an isolated chance through the day, but increasing, especially towards late in the day into Friday night. And this is going to set us up for showers and thunderstorms throughout the weekend, as high temperatures will be around 80 degrees, as we'll gradually be cooling down from the low 90s today. Let's talk more about that weekend forecast, and it is looking like temperatures obviously will be dependent on rainfall, but low to mid 80s on Saturday, and then once again into Sunday, a little bit cooler as we're ushering in some cooler temperatures through the day. And when you combine that with the rain, obviously we're going to be looking at cooler temperatures on Sunday. But rain, I think you're going to really start finding plan B. Confidence continues to increase that rain will be with us for the majority of the weekend. Now, whether it's light rain or moderate to heavy rain, that's really the question. Obviously, some thunderstorms could exist at times as well, especially on Saturday before we start to usher in a little bit more stable air mass on Sunday with the cooler temperatures. But this is just for this weekend. This does not include anything for the rest of the work week. This is just for the weekend, and we're dealing with many spots getting at least a half-inch worth of rainfall. And as far as the GFS is concerned, almost a very similar situation setting up for rain for much of the weekend. And taking a look at the rainfall here, maybe a little bit lighter in some spots, so we'll have to monitor that. The question will be is how heavy the rain will be, but it does look like rain will be with us for the majority of the weekend. We'll obviously continue to fine-tune it as we get closer, but then it looks like the rain winds down late Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening, leaving us with dry conditions at least to start the week before temperatures start to gradually warm back up and more rain and thunderstorm chances begin to increase. We will be monitoring maybe a risk for a few strong to severe storms as we get into next week, but as far as the rest of this work week, obviously you had that margin risk today in extreme northeast Kansas, but generally speaking, it is going to be lightning and locally heavy rainfall that could lead to flooding being the primary concerns over the course of the next several days through the weekend. Not the hail, wind, and certainly not the tornado risk. We still do not have much in the way of any strong winds really from surface to cloud level, so no tornado risk. Now, that may change next week with any potential storms. Not necessarily maybe the tornado risk, but certainly more the severe weather risk, hail and wind, because of some stronger upper level winds. So that'll be certainly something to watch for, as the weather pattern will gradually be changing over the next several days. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, have a great day and stay cool, and keep the heat in mind for today as we're going to be out and about with how hot it's going to be today.